All right, so I decided that I felt badly that I didn't get to show you these last three examples very clearly or very thoroughly. So I decided just to make one more video for you today. This won't take long on how to solve inequalities. And again, as I was saying before, solving inequalities, you follow the same rules that you follow when you're solving equations. So treat it like one of those pan scales you see in science class, like the ones Mr. Thorson was telling you about last week. When I see y minus 5 is less than 8, it's different from an equation because I have the less than symbol instead of an equal symbol. But I still go about solving it the same way. To undo subtraction, I must use addition. So I'm going to add 5 here. But if I add 5 on the left side, it's not in balance anymore. So over on the right, I need to also add 5 to bring it back in balance. And I know that seems kind of weird because it's an inequality, and aren't inequalities by nature unbalanced because the two sides are not equal? Yes, that's true. Um, but again, we treat it the same way when we're solving them. So the minus 5 and the plus 5 undo each other. They cancel each other out. If you subtract 5 from something and then you add 5 to it, you're back where you started with just y. Now, here's where we have to be careful because our symbol is a less than symbol. It's very common that people will get in a hurry and they'll put an equal sign here. So be careful that you have the same symbol here that you had up here. All right, so we have y is less than, and then here 8 plus 5 is 13. Y is less than 13. That's the solution to that inequality. So y could be anything less than 13. You could test it out. Think of a number that's less than 13. Should we try 10? 10's less than 13. Let's try it and see what happens. If you substitute 10 here, 10 minus 5 is 5. Is 5 less than 8? Yes, it is. It makes a true statement, doesn't it? Okay, so our solution here again, y is less than 13. Let's look at let's look at another one here. A plus 3 is greater than or equal to 10. And again, I'm going to do the same exact thing here that I did over in this previous example, okay? So I need to get rid of the plus 3 here, so it's just A standing alone. I want to find out what when A is my variable, I need to get it by itself. So the plus 3, I can undo that with minus 3. And if I subtract 3 on the left side, I must do the same thing on the right side of the inequality. The plus 3 and the minus 3 cancel each other out. And I have A is greater than or equal to, and now 10 minus 3 is 7. So that's the solution to that inequality. Is that pretty easy? Hopefully you're thinking that's not too bad. Okay? And then one last example, n minus 3 is less than or equal to 3. I threw this example in here because I want you all to be careful. A lot of times people get in a hurry and they say, oh, 3 minus 3, I bet it's going to be n is less than or equal to 0, since 3 minus 3 is 0. But be careful. To get rid of minus 3, I must do the inverse operation. Or it's kind of like doing the opposite of it. I need to add 3. Since I'm adding 3 on the left side of this inequality, I must add 3 on the right. And so the minus 3 and the plus 3 cancel out. N is less than or equal to, be careful to use the same symbol, 3 plus 3. That's 6. There, that's how we solve inequalities. Okay? So I hope that helps, and I will see you tomorrow.